Hey guys, it's Kanisha with Peace, Love, and Happiness. And this video today is about the difference between discipline and punishment. And I actually just looked up what the definition of punishment was, which is inflicting pain or suffering to correct someone's the way they behave, to correct the behavior. I'm gonna get through this, y'all. And discipline, which kind of surprised me, but it's just the Webster's definition of discipline, is creating rules or boundaries to correct obedience, but by using punishment to correct obedience. Now, a lot of you know that I am a mom of two boys, and I grew up with a military father. And so growing up, I always thought that discipline meant punishment. And I came to the very clear conclusion that those are two different things. And like I said, punishment is something that is when you're wanting to inflict pain or suffering onto another being, which I really pray that none of you desire to inflict pain or suffering onto a child or someone that you love, or anyone for that matter of fact. But really, the point of this video is just getting really clear that there is a difference between punishing and discipline. Now, with discipline, people who hold discipline are Olympic athletes, those who practice on a daily basis to perfect their creation, their gift, their purpose in life. That requires a level of discipline that is putting in a deep amount of work, a deep amount of practice and hours within whatever it is that you're working on. That is what discipline is. Discipline requires boundaries and rules and things that are set in order to keep things in alignment, really. And so when we talk about how we communicate with our kids about communication, about discipline or punishment, one of the things that I've heard other people be like, well, they need to be punished for it. And it's like, no, they don't need to be punished for it. They need to be disciplined for it. Now, how are you going to discipline them? Because you can discipline them and correct their disobedience without actually having to punish them, inflict pain and suffering onto them. Kids are always learning. they're always evolving. I've also learned that our children are very aware. They may lack human experience and life experience. However, they're very aware. They desire the same things that we do, which is unconditional love, patience, attention, affection. And so if we can start to see our children as equals and not like we rule over them, or because I'm the parent, I am superior and la da 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 da. Really, we're all divine beings and we're all one. And so to be able to see our children as, in a sense, equal to us, there's a reason, however, that we're the parent, is because we have had life experiences and we help them navigate this life experience for them to be their best versions of themselves. But that doesn't require punishment. That does, however, require discipline. And so really being aware that discipline and punishment are not the same energy. This is what really brought it up too, is I was having a really big upset within my life purpose and wanting to actually like do work. Like, like when you don't want to do nothing, you just kind of want to like sit, but that doesn't pay your bills. So I was really upset with myself because I was feeling like I had a lack of discipline. And because of this lack of discipline, I had this subconscious thought within myself that like I'm going to be punished, or that I need to be punished because I'm not being disciplined in my business and the things that I desire to get done. But that's actually not the case. It was just the belief that I had that discipline and punishment are the same thing. And as soon as I chose to really release that belief, I stopped punishing myself energetically and like being so hard on myself. And I started to ask myself, like, what is it that I really desire here? And what kind of discipline requires me to move forward in the activities that I really don't quite desire to do, but I know are required for me to move forward in my life purpose. And so I had to really sit there and think about it. And one of the things I need to be disciplined with is my meditations in the morning and really getting clear minded there and not letting anything from my previous day bog me down. Another place that I can get really disciplined is making sure I am writing what I like to call scripting. Those are things that I'm putting out into the universe, dreams and goals that I really desire. And as I like speak to the universe in that way, the universe will line things up for me. And so just being disciplined in different areas does not mean you're being punished in different areas. And I just really wanted to get clear that there is a difference there. My spiritual teacher, Jeff, really helped me get clear on this because I was just naturally, energetically punishing myself because I was lacking discipline in certain areas. And your job is never to blame yourself or like being like, okay, I take the blame and here we go, it's fine. No, your job here is to learn the lesson, to recognize, oh, yes, I did do something here and it doesn't feel good, but I'm not going to continue to blame myself. I'm going to recognize it and I'm going to learn from this lesson, learn from this lesson and move on and move forward and take what I learned from it. So if you have young children out there and you find yourself using words like, well, you're going to have to be punished for that, really think about, one, the energy that you're putting behind it and really what you mean by that. What you really want to tell them is like, look, you're going to have to be disciplined. There are things here that require discipline, that require rules, that require structure and boundaries. And you're going to have to understand that because if not, and they continue to do these things and they continue to go that route, then in the long run, there probably will be punishment. Raising two boys, like if they're not disciplined in certain areas or in all areas of their life, and I really don't choose to discipline them in the ways that I know is necessary and kind of just let them run wild, down the line, the government will have to punish them, whether or not that be jail or whatever it is. Like it'll come to that. However, a lack of discipline does not mean punishment. So I hope that was clear. I hope that if you're feeling like you're punishing yourself for whatever it is in your life, you can go ahead and let that go. Guilt is a self-imposed emotion. And so that's not something that you need to hold on to. You never really need to hold on to guilt. As long as you choose to forgive yourself or forgive those who are involved or ask for or give an apology for whoever is involved, holding on to guilt is not something that you need to do. It's a waste of energy. It's a way of leaking energy. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you guys are really aware of places that you need a little bit more self-discipline so you can really expand and grow within self, grow in your life purpose, grow into the person that you're called to be here on earth, and that you show up with integrity in your authentic self, and that you can really teach people how to do the same just by being disciplined within self, being especially like being disciplined with being your authentic self. I don't know, I have like the sixth sense when I can like tell that someone's tapped out of their authentic self, but they're now trying to be whoever society is trying to tell them to be, or whoever the group that they're hanging out with at that time. Yeah, really getting clear on those places and really starting to make the next steps to move forward and to really grounding discipline in your life, because you're really building a strong foundation when you do that. All right, y'all. Well, I hope that's helpful. And I hope you guys check out my previous videos. I was told this last video before this one that I posted resonated with a lot of people. So I really appreciate you guys reaching out to me and letting me know that, because I just share with you guys what comes through. And sometimes I'm like, I have no idea if anyone's going to resonate with that. And then people reach out and they're like, I resonate with the whole thing. So that just means a lot. I appreciate knowing that my words are being heard and that you guys are receiving from it. And I just really appreciate it. All right. If you guys like this video, you know what to do. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye, guys.